Tonight on WTOP-10 Nightly News, more U.S. deaths have been reported in the Israel-Hamas conflict.
And an airline is stopping flights to Israel.
Plus, WTOP-10 reporter Logan Russo is at the movies for a singer.
WTOP-10 Nightly News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Mia Dirks.
And I'm Matthew Rivenberg.
Yesterday, we reported 11 U.S. citizen deaths in the terrorist attacks in Israel. Today, the toll has risen to 14 confirmed deaths as the fighting between Israel and Hamas continues in Gaza. It's unclear how many U.S. citizens are among the thousands missing in Gaza, but President Biden said in a statement today that it is likely that there are even more U.S. citizens missing, and some have likely been taken hostage.
One American victim was 32-year-old Haim Katzman, who was killed by Hamas soldiers who broke into his apartment in Gaza and attacked. Katzman was a recent PhD graduate from the University of Washington who was living in Israel to continue research on the Israeli-Palestine conflict.
The Jewish Community Center of DeWitt held a rally in support of Israel last night as hundreds of community members gathered to support their loved ones back home. The group sang the Israeli national anthem and exchanged stories about family members impacted by the latest violence. Community members and religious leaders maintain their support for each other and insist they will continue to stand in solidarity with the affected Israeli citizens.
U.S. airlines have suspended flights from Tel Aviv from and to Israel to Palestine militants. American Airlines and United States Airlines all issued travel waivers allowing passengers that are scheduled to fly to and from Israel to rebook. If your flight was canceled by a U.S. airline, you will receive a full refund, even if your ticket was a non-refundable ticket. No flights at the local Syracuse Hancock International Airport have been affected.
Governor Hochul announced increased security measures for Jewish communities today following the Hamas attacks in Israel. After meeting with state police forces, Hochul stated that expanded security is now in effect for synagogues, Jewish cultural centers, and other at-risk sites. She also called on social media companies to moderate posts that include hate speech or incitements to violence. There have been no credible threats reported at this time, but police will continue to monitor the situation as needed. Now, Matt, I think the only way to describe the change in weather today is with one word: chilly.
Yes. Let's get a look at that for your forecast with Storm Team 10 meteorologist Andres Krispowski.
It is currently 50 degrees today in Oswego 51 degrees in Oswego with calm winds and a high humidity of 74, very cloudy. Let's go back to the desk.
Thank you, Andre. Now, this weekend, Taylor Swift's long-awaited concert film is hitting theaters across the world. That includes right here in Oswego at Oswego 7 Cinemas. And fans and theater employees alike are ready for it.
WTOP-10 reporter Logan Russo stopped by Oswego Cinema 7 ahead of the opening weekend. He joins us now in the studio. Logan?
Taylor Swift has taken over the music world, the sports world, and now the movie world. Taylor Swift, The Eras Tour, will premiere in theaters this Thursday across the nation, including the Oswego Cinema 7 right here in the Port City. And the theater is already promoting the new film to help bring in the Swifties. One Oswego Cinema 7 employee told me the way that they're promoting the film's release. The concert film takes place during her concerts in Los Angeles' SoFi Stadium, and it's already earned $100 million in global pre-sales. Back to the desk.
Thank you, Logan. Now, award-winning author Ta-Nehisi Coates will join students and Oswego community members this November as part of SUNY Oswego's Living Writers series. Coates, a former writer for the New York Times, has written a number of books, comics, articles, and essays, with a few earning national awards. The talk will be held Friday, November 3rd at 5 p.m. in Oswego's Waterman Theater. Those interested in attending the event can find free tickets at tickets.oswego.edu.
SUNY Oswego will partner up with Wegmans Pharmacy to host flu vaccination clinics on Monday, October 16th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and Tuesday, October 24th, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. in Sweatman Gym. Students and employees are welcome and invited to register for appointments online. Walk-ins are welcome, but organizers strongly encourage appointments. Make sure to bring your insurance card to the clinic. If you have any questions, email whealth@oswego.edu.
Make sure to check your lottery tickets tonight as the Powerball jackpot continues to grow. The drawing is now the second largest in U.S. history, rising to more than $1.7 billion. No ticket matched the lucky 6 numbers in last night's drawing, increasing the reward for Wednesday's pick. While no one has chosen the lucky number so far, 6 tickets sold in New York earned prizes of $50,000. Players can get another chance at winning big Wednesday night at 10:59 p.m., so make sure to get your tickets ready. Now, still ahead tonight, Hurricane Lydia looms over Mexico.
Plus, the world watches the House scramble to fill vacancy of its speaker position and global conflict.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No,
right
but you've
here.
got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Roll it. Jill
Should we
told me it
tell
was
him?
Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
Welcome back. I'm your Storm Team 10 meteorologist, Andre Krupkowski. It's looking cloudy around the state of New York today. Down near Kingston, it's looking, the clouds are starting to disappear. Over here by Western New York with Oswego, Rochester, down near Buffalo, a lot more frequent rain with a low pressure moving over the state currently. For the sleepcast, everybody should sleep pretty well tonight. The high, or it's going to be like mid 50s, so like upper 40s, lower 50s area. So, grab a blanket and you should be fine. For the AM commuter impacts, it's going to be, like I said, like higher 40s to mid upper 50s. In the early morning, it will be a little more like damp and slippery, but everybody should make it to class and work on time. For the daily planner tomorrow, our high is 60 and our low is 49. Our chances of rain is pretty heavy with southwest winds to 10 to 20 miles per hour, and precipitation will be around 21%. So, for the 5-day forecast for precipitation, we have Wednesday and Thursday, like I said, with a lot of rain, and Friday we might get a break. Saturday and Sunday will be rainy though. For our 7-day forecast, we have Wednesday and Thursday. We have Wednesday and Thursday, like I said, rainy. Friday, like I said, we might get that break. Saturday and Sunday, it will be rainy over the weekend. Monday and Tuesday, there are a chance of showers, but we will see. It is staying in like the mid to upper 50s throughout the week. Thank you. I'm your Storm Team 10 meteorologist. Back to the desk.
Now, speaking of weather, Hurricane Lydia is expected to make landfall across the Pacific coast of Mexico tonight. The storm threatens the popular tourist destinations of Jalisco and Puerto Vallarta. Hurricane Lydia trails shortly behind Tropical Storm Max, which made landfall only several hundred miles away from Lydia's expected path. Hurricane Lydia is currently a Category 3 with winds between 111 and 126 miles per hour. A hurricane of this level is considered a major hurricane.
The Supreme Court decided against revisiting the landmark First Amendment decision in the New York Times v. Sullivan. This follows after a request to take another look at the decades-old precedent that created a higher bar for public figures to claim libel in civil suits. Since 1964, the media world has ruled the unanimous decision that requires public figures to show, quote, actual malice to be successful in a libel dispute. This decision helps fend off costly defamation lawsuits brought by public figures and will continue to do so.
Interim Speaker of the House Patrick Mahenry is offering assurances to Israel that the U.S. Congress is standing ready to help in their war with Hamas.
But to help Israel means first filling the speaker vacancy left by Kevin McCarthy, who was voted out last week. Laura Aguirre has more.
Bipartisan agreement on one point.
The world is watching. They're seeing a dysfunctional democracy.
We're demonstrating to the world that democracy is dysfunctional.
The stakes of that dysfunction now even higher amid an escalating war in Israel.
We need to be acting right now on Israel. Instead, we're trying to figure out a new speaker, or maybe perhaps still discuss, Speaker McCarthy.
We stand strongly with Israel. The House needs to get back to work.
Yes.
House Majority Leader Steve Scalise is one of two top contenders for the speaker slot, along with House Judiciary Chair Jim Jordan, recently endorsed by former President Donald Trump, but not as confident yet that he has the votes to secure the gavel.
I've said all along we need 217, 218, whatever that number is, but we need to sell that in the conference before we go to the floor.
Whoever the conference picks, I'm going to support.
Ousted Speaker Kevin McCarthy showing support for his party's next move. While not shrugging off the option, it could be him again.
I'll allow the conference to make whatever decision. Whether I'm speaker or not, I'm a member of this body. I can lead in any position it is.
Without a speaker, most agree the House is legislatively paralyzed, but confidence is high among some that could change soon.
I totally expect us to have a speaker by Wednesday. We will come out of conference united in that.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Filling the speaker vacancy amidst a world in conflict displays the House on a global stage, showing a government and country in chaos.
A Florida pastor, Robert Dell, faces charges of racketeering and dealing in stolen property after using his role as a pastor to force recovering drug addicts to steal from him. It is alleged that Dell, along with 4 co-conspirators, stole merchandise from Home Depot stores across several counties. Dell allegedly threatened and manipulated vulnerable people into stealing merchandise 5 to 6 times a day for him. He then would sell all the stolen items on eBay. Home Depot suspects this operation lasted over 10 years, costing a loss of over $5 million.
When WTOP-10 Nightly News continues, gas prices are in danger again.
And so is your Halloween candy stash this year.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Shine on that boy.
Look at the bling. Do we got a diamond tester on?
Yeah, that's getting bad. Yep. 10 out of 10 recommend on Yelp. We scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone.
What? I should take your phone away.
No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that? I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine.
Kevin, I need that back.
No.
Kevin!
Welcome back to WTOP-10. Here's your health and consumer report.
The conflict overseas may soon reflect in U.S. gas prices. Neither Israel nor Gaza are large oil exporters, but investors in the Middle East may become concerned if violence continues, worsens, or if Iran, a large oil producer, gets involved. Consumers are not likely to see any impact for the next 60 days, and until then, prices may continue to decrease for now.
Have a hard time remembering your Google password? Good news! Google is making a shift towards passkeys, so you could use your Face ID, a fingerprint, or a PIN to log in. This rolled out with iOS 16 and is available across YouTube, Google Maps, Uber, eBay, and soon coming to WhatsApp. This will become the go-to in Google password creation now, as it is more secure according to Google.
Today is Mental Health Day, bringing awareness to the 1 in 6 children from ages 6 to 17 with a mental health disorder. Mandy Gaither has more.
It's a growing problem, a mental health crisis in the U.S., and young people aren't immune.
For children, we really should be paying attention, not just when there's a concern or a crisis, but ahead of time.
Pediatric psychologist Ariana Howitt is the executive clinical director of On Our Sleeves, a nationwide children's hospital initiative aimed at promoting children's mental health and wellness. She says that starts with caregivers having open-ended conversations with the child.
At dinner time, we check in with each other and we say, what was the hardest part of your day? What was your favorite part of your day? Tell me about your favorite teacher.
Howitt says parents should normalize how their child feels and model good mental health habits.
Talk about your hard days, talk about your hard emotions and what you're doing to cope with those.
Social connections are critical, so Howitt says encouraging kids to have healthy friendships and join in extracurricular activities can also promote mental wellness.
If a child feels like they're included and they're connected and they're a part of their community, their schools, their home environment, that they are more likely to be mentally well or handle stress better.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Mental health is very important, especially for college students, as mental health affects every other section of health and education. If you feel you are struggling and need someone to talk to, there are counseling services available at the Mary Walker Health Center. Beer, a classic alcoholic drink, may be faced with changes thanks to the climate crisis. Hopes are essential to some beers, including IPAs, but harvests have been falling since 1994. The increasing temperatures have shifted the growing season by 13 days between 1970 and 2018. Your favorite beers may lose their critical bitter component due to climate change.
When trick-or-treating this year, you may be left with mostly tricks due to inflation. A sugar shortage is driving up the cost of candy and impacting production. With a survey from sales and marketing group Advantage, 40% say that inflation will impact how much candy they buy, and half say that they will be spending the same as last year, but for a smaller quantity. Now coming up in sports, it's our sports reporter Alex Brooks.
Alex, can you give us a quick preview?
Thanks, guys. We'll be talking about all things Oswego on Laker turf, recap the thriller on Monday Night Football, and the MLB playoffs are keeping fans on the edge of their seats. All this on WTOP 10 after the break.
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
Welcome back to WTOP 10 Nightly News. I'm Alex Brooks, and let's get right to your Tuesday night sports report. Starting off at Laker Turf Stadium, the Oswego State Lakers field hockey team clashed with the Nazareth College Golden Flyers this afternoon. The scoring was all Lakers today as junior forward Caitlin Jordan scored in the second and junior midfielder Kate McNally in the third. The Lakers were able to control the field on defense as there were only 2 shots on goal for the Golden Flyers for a 2-0 victory. The Lakers will travel to Brockport this Saturday for a late season SUNYAC battle. Heading down 104 West as the Oswego State Lakers soccer team will have a big SUNYAC test against the Geneseo Knights. Starting off with the men's team, they're coming off a 4-1 defeat at the hands of the Oneonta Red Dragons on a cold and rainy Saturday. On the other hand, the women's team is coming off an impressive showing at Oneonta as they took a 2-0 victory and are now 4-0-1 on the road this season. Led by star midfielder Kieran Gilroy and junior forward Katie Del Grosso, these Lakers are making their final playoff push on Wednesday. From the green and gold in Oswego to some green and gold of Green Bay as the Packers traveled to Las Vegas to face off against the Raiders on Monday Night Football. The game was pretty low scoring going into halftime as only 13 points were scored between both teams. The second half started with Green Bay taking the lead 13-10 and Las Vegas returning the favor with a Josh Jacobs rushing touchdown. Jordan Love would go on one last drive that ended in his 3rd interception of the game to seal the win for the Raiders. Heading from the gridiron to the diamond as the Houston Astros traveled to Minnesota to play the Twins in Game 3 of the ALDS. It was all Houston to start off as 4 runs were scored in the first inning, including a 3-run home run from Jose Abreu. Minnesota couldn't get anything going as Christian Javier threw for 5 innings, striking out 9 and allowing only 1 hit. With 4 home runs from Houston, including 2 from Jose Abreu, the Astros routed the Twins 9-1 and are 1 win away from the ALCS. Well, moving over from the American League Division Series, we'll go over to the National League Division Series between the Braves and Phillies. First inning now, Alec Bohm singles, and that is going to be an RBI single as Trey Turner will score. It will be 1-0 Phils. We'll go to the third inning. JT Realmuto drives one deep to right center. That one's going to be gone. His second home run of the series, 2 for 5 on the day, rocking out to a 3-0 lead. Bottom 7, 4-1 score now. Travis d'Arnaud takes a hanging sweeper to left, 1-run game as he had his first home run of the postseason. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Austin Riley takes a 3-2 slider deep to left, and the Atlanta Braves take a 5-4 lead. His only hit on the day, but that wouldn't be the only fireworks, as you see some fireworks going in Atlanta. Atlanta is going crazy right now. So Nick Castellanos, top 9, drives it deep to center, but Michael Harris with the amazing catch. He throws it to his cutoff man, but it doesn't get to Albies, but Austin Riley makes the game-winning play to double up Harper, and Atlanta ties it up at 1. And it's going to be going back to Philly for Game 3 tomorrow. Thank you, and stick around for some good news after the break.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
It's Al Roker.
We're here for you, we're here for you. This is your channel 2. With sports and news and what to do, we're here for you. It's your TV, you're watching WTOP. Your TV, thanks for watching WTOP.
What's going on?
Yeah, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a close up of that one.
Matthew,
Broadcast news.
look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
And now for a lighter story to end the night.
Today is National Sausage Pizza Day.
Whether you like Italian sausage, spicy chorizo, or even kielbasa on top of your pizza.
It's your day to celebrate about favorite pizzas.
What's your favorite pizza, Mia?
I mean, I love a good bell pepper vegetable pizza. Maybe an unpopular opinion, but what about you, Alex?
I like sausage on my pizza. I would say sausage and cheese, yeah.
Well, today's your day then.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
And what about
Perfect
you,
timing.
Andre?
I like chicken and bacon on my pizza.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a really good one.
Yeah, I like sausage and cheese, yeah.
So Alex, any sports to look forward to over the long weekend?
Well, we do have some sports coming up. We got volleyball, and we also have hockey. Hockey is coming back. This Saturday, there's going to be a men's hockey game, and it's going to be very exciting. So come out and show your support for the Lakers.
Awesome. Looking forward to it.
The forecast?
Yeah, the weather over the next week will be in like the high to mid 50s, you know. It's going to be a lot of rain during the beginning of the week. We'll get a break somewhere halfway through, and then the end of the week will be cleared up, you know.
All right.
Well, that's our report for tonight.
Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.